A city in Ohio hopes to one day strike gold with an NFL team in their small rural city, all thanks to one hardworking man who wants to make his dreams a reality. Defiance, Ohio is the name of an emerging indie rock band. It was famous for an episode of Scandal that discussed rigging a political campaign, famous for GM factories across the city and other factories like it, dedicated Americans with cold sweats and blue-collar shirts, and is home to about 17,000 people. The city isn't known for much, just hard-working men and women trying to make a means to a buck. It is the pure definition of a successful city in rural America coming back in 2023. The city hopes to host even more success thanks to one Defiance man who can change the city and make an already aging rural American town become successful and great again. During a board meeting in June in the city of Defiance, a clip from a meeting went viral on social media after former Defiance native John Druska, a manufacturer and former film producer from Chicago who appeared in several indie films throughout the last 3 years, went onto the microphone at the board meeting to talk about the grand idea to the city. The premise was to provide funding to launch another successful football franchise to a state controlled by the Bengals and Browns, but in a tiny working-class city like Defiance, where success is hard to come by, Druska made an incredible pitch. He started off by saying how much the town has improved from their struggles from past years, and he spoke about how much he has loved coming back to the city he grew up in. He also stated that he saw a different muscle in the small rural American city and pitched the idea of the newest NFL team because of what he saw, and that team is called the
Your next NFL franchise. The Defiance Builders, named for the power and ingenuity that keeps Defiance running.
At the end of his passionate rant, where he spoke about having a new logo, helmet design, a cannon in the stadium, he also spoke at the very end in the microphone at the board meeting, acting like he was an NFL announcer to really make his point, cracking up those 60 people at the meeting and the elected officials, which they were all cracking up.
Fourth down on the 23-yard line, 7 seconds left, no timeouts, Fields in shotgun, takes the snap, fades back, blitz coming, pressure left side, he goes to the sideline, scrambles, throws up a player, opposite corner, touchdown! Kelsey, one hand, both feet, 6 on the board for the Builders, sound the cannonade, goodness gravy, smell the baby!
It may have not worked, but hey, he made his point for sure. His speech has accustomed more than 498,000 views on Instagram Reels and gained so much exposure from the Ohio community. The company Decked USA, a company that designs working clothes and t-shirts, printed their first ever sports design representing the new team. He has also been featured on Ohio TV and radio stations. But since the idea came to pass in June and is still talked about through him, no one else is talking about the project anymore, which to me is very sad. Growing up in rural America, it is very important that we have a team like Defiance, and I may be one of the few people to say I support the idea for this brand new team. And not only that, if I was a millionaire, I'd love to help them. At the end of the day, however, Roger Goodell and the NFL could one day ultimately decide to start a football team in